very simple, but very sophisticated way. So we're gonna pay attention to this collecting point, that neutral position 0, where our one standing leg is straight, other leg is bent, and feet are sealed together, heels together, and toes also touching. Now from here, we're gonna slowly, using our toe, we'll step forward. We'll not do anything drastic in the body. They're trying to stay centered, just keep a beautiful posture. And here, using the brushing of the inner thighs, knees, calf muscle, shoe, feet, and our feet, we're gonna bring like under us. And bring your tummy in, chest up, stay in that neutral position. Count and then you slide your foot forward. You're gonna step, collect, and collect. And if you have 2 instructors, you can use your arm and balance yourself from right to left. So you become in the middle. So you're pushing away from right, pushing away from the left. Don't try at the beginning, do any actions. First, we have to look good, looking centered. Then we're gonna add actions to it without disturbing the beauty. And so this position is very important. And then we take a step forward. And from here, exactly the same backward. So we collected body under ourselves. We collect our foot under ourselves. Then how to take a step. So you brush your ankles, brush your calf muscles. And now when your knee touch, that's the moment where you can straighten the leg and take a backward walk. Very good. And balance yourself. Try to keep elbows in front of yourself. Very good. Now collect foot and as you collect foot, tummy in, chest up, brush, brush, brush. When knee touching, it's the time to take a step. And back. Now we're gonna go with the timing of rumba. And 2, and 30, and forward. This is very raw version without we add any actions. So we just try to look good, stay balanced, beautiful posture, balanced body position. And here, the way you push away, 5% here, 5% there. So don't try to increase it, just keep it as it is. And 2, and 30, and forward. And as you notice, we always keep our feet dragging on the floor. The feet, go back, follow me. Our feet always in contact with the floor. So we have footwork is toe, ball, then we land on the heel. Toe, ball, heel, toe, ball, heel. And we have a heel and toe always on the same line as we proceed forward or back. And our in between inner thighs, inner part of our knees, inner part of our feet, always brushing as one leg passing another leg. And we pay attention to that neutral position as we proceed forward and back. Very good. So now let's start adding some actions to it. So there is the most amazing exercise. So stay in this position, for example. And so number 1 action for the Latin American dancer is a Cuban motion, which is in essence releasing your weight through the shoulder into the hip and into the heel of your standing leg. So put, let's say, one leg straight, right leg straight, left leg bent, and from your shoulder, you're gonna press down, and as you press down, you in a way release down with the muscular squeeze, in our case on the right shoulder blade, and our leg should get more straight. Now, same time with this, as you press down, I want you to add this little trick. As you're gonna press down, you're gonna increase pressure in your connection. So every time you squeeze, which is number 1 action, you're gonna increase connection. So connection, it's pushing away, and it's gonna be very alive, pulsing. And so you see, as you release your way down, you're gonna, with your connection, because you have 2 arms connected, you will a little bit gonna push away. So you'll inform us that that you're doing that action. And feel it? And now every time we're gonna do this action and squeezing and creating this connection. After that, we'll take steps. So we go and then we take step back, for example, walk, walk. Or walk, remember, is always high, always picked up. And is a little bit lower, but more you squeeze, more you grow. Therefore, there should be not much difference between your high position and low. And walk. And between us, we have to have that feeling of building up of energy, and you're going to do it on end. You have it already before you connected, but as you do your end, you increase that pressure. And walk, and walk. So this is how you do action and connect with your partner. This is the most amazing drill. And walk. Excellent. And so increase here. So I want to feel you here. And walk. The same forward. And walk. And arrive always high. So we arrive high, even with a slight high hip here. Now squeeze your left side and increase connection towards me. And yeah, feel it? And I do the same. So we have a sense of building up force, which from outside you cannot really see it. You see just two beautiful bodies dancing. But between us, we feel there is something pulsing, like a heartbeat. So it's alive. Connection is live. So we'll put your right leg back. Now focus on your left side, shoulder to hip connecting, squeezing and increasing that pushing away feel. Okay? So you go and feel it. And now walk. So this is our will be secret communication, which is not very visual for outside, but very we can feel it between us. And let's say if I will go now here, I'll do the same for you. And so this is how I tell you something is going to happen. What's going to happen is a walk. Otherwise, I would just walk and you would never know what happens. So the and is the magic sauce. And walk. And walk. And walk. And I like practice like this because we have two teachers here. So you can actually practice yourself the pushing away this. And also for the technique, when you learn how to dance, later on I will explain. Even if I dance by myself, I want to take side step. I always imagine when I squeeze, when I do my action, like I'm pushing against something. And that give me that very good control to move to direction I want to go. And walk. But in our case, I like to be always stay connected. So you, besides doing these pretty walks where we collect and trace our feet in a beautiful way, we're gonna do this squeezing action with the increasing connection same time. And walk. And walk. And walk. Got it? And I want you, don't add anything on top of this. We little by little we'll add a little bit rotation, a little bit this, but this is more than enough to dance very good. So for example, if I take you to our choreography, let's say you start like this, right? So I picked up beautiful position. We call it high position. Now, the first thing what you're gonna do, because you need to go back, you're gonna do and we already connected. So you're gonna do what? You're gonna push a little bit forward, and hence you're gonna do your and you remember on end, your feet collect into this neutral, most beautiful position. And two. You see, so now we have this secret communication, how we can, which allows us to move together in harmony. And walk, so you land there. Now the same here. Focus, so land high, focus on squeezing your shoulder to the hip, and same time give me a little bit more connection. And 3, and 4. One, so stay high. Now when you hip twist, you're gonna squeeze and give connection forward. And do you feel that? So we're more balanced. Yeah, don't proceed. Ideally, you learn how to do 1, 2, or 3 movements, drill them, and then you take that experience to every other step in your choreography. So let's try it one more time. And 2, and 3, and 4, 1, and here you did very well here, but you forgot to increase your connection. So of course there is more things happen. There is a rotation, there is a chest happen, but we don't talk about this right now. But you squeeze very well, but you have to increase connection. So I know, because this is our secret language. Because later on, let's say, if I'm not counting, not doing anything, this is how I, through my body, communicate to you. I will give you more connection as I squeeze. Give. You see, here you're not giving. Yeah, come back, collect your feet. So you have to squeeze. And imagine like you clean a table. As you squeeze, there is a little bit, you will increase forward, a little bit. As a result of squeezing, not a result of, just moving your arms, obviously. Okay, so let's try it again. And 2, and 30, and 4, 1, and better. You see, we're more in control. And walk, and walk, pivot. And now squeeze your right shoulder towards your hip and heel. And stay with me. And you see, so on. And no, don't do it. And don't be creative. Don't try to be creative. Try to follow instructions. Squeeze and give forward. And just give. And don't go anywhere. And walk. And okay. So this is a backward walk.
Okay, back.
Yeah, so try again. And walk, and walk, and don't you feel I send you back? Yeah, so why don't you go?
But I wasn't sure if I should go left leg or right leg.
Okay, so it has to be very clear for you because it's very easy. You see, I'm here, I go and walk. I squeeze my left and give you and walk. You pivot. No, okay, put it lower. Put it lower. Now I squeeze, give you and I send you back. Fan position. And then you proceed. Walk and walk and walk. Yeah, so try it again. And 2, and 3, and 4, 1, and walk and stop. Now squeeze your right shoulder towards your right hip and towards your right heel. Give me connection forward and like feeling like you push away and step back. Go back, warm, fan position. And 2, and 30, and 4, 1, and squeeze and give. Never squeeze and pull. Squeeze and give. Right. Okay, give. This way, not this way. This way. Like you are calling elevator. Floor number 2. This way. And right. So the energy meet. And walk and walk and forward. Fan. No, don't close. Forward. So it's not about for you to close. It's about for you to go close in harmony with your partner. There's a very different task. The fact that you know that you close, it doesn't mean much. It's like if you hear and he give you signal and then you, by receiving signal closing, that's a very good close. So get into fan position. Now squeeze your left shoulder blade towards your hip and give same time. No. Just squeeze and give. And yes, and closing and warm. You feel? I give you a little bit.
Yeah.
Change. And walk. And don't go. Because you don't want to go. You want to do squeeze, give, chest. So you do this. So what it means to go, if we use this terminology. You squeeze, you give, and project. And that's become step. You squeeze, you give, and you project. And that becomes step. So we never just step. So change fan and change, warm, stop. Now you squeeze, give, project, step. That's a step. So all these things should happen. And walk and walk and walk better. And now here, when you hip twist, you have to squeeze, give, and project. And yeah, wait, stay on yourself. No bending overs. Yeah, rotate. And so squeeze, give, and project with the opposite chest. You project normally with the opposite chest from which you squeeze. So if I squeeze my right, I project my left, right? And then give with whatever arm you're connected. And walk and walk and walk. And it's not about to be too muscular, too heavy. It just has to be strong but not heavy. and quick and slow. And give, squeeze in this one. No. Okay. Squeeze, give, and then project. Yeah. Because if you only projecting, it's become leaning. So it's become too heavy. So you have to squeeze more than you give and more than you project. So here, this is the key here. Right. And go quickie, and slow. And quickie, slow. And quickie, and slow. And quickie, slow. And very good. So remember 3 words.